Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
No, Officer Shabbat wrote that.
Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Come to Lagi, Hamshama, Allah Damba Hashem Yahushua. My sisters, this is the ISUPK law class, Baltimore, you understand? Let's give it up. You understand? This is the biblical law class where we kind of get into what the law is and why it's important to keep why it's important to keep the law. You understand?
Come.
Tonight we're gonna get into, man, like we see what's going on in the earth, right? Everybody see it. We've had these black leaders and these black politicians, they've been reaping the benefits of our labor. You see what I'm saying? They got all the money, they got all the jewels, they got everything that you would want, they got. And they've been getting it for years. But here it is, we in times of wars and rumors of wars. We got like the Most High told us to watch for the end time.
Right.
He said, watch. He said it's gonna be natural disasters happening in places that don't normally happen, weather epidemics and stuff like that. Is this not what we're seeing?
Right.
But yet and still, the black Christian pastor, the Muslim imam, they are not telling us what's next. They are not telling us what's going on in the earth. You understand?
Right.
They quiet as house mouse. You understand? Here's the thing: you got Jamal Bryant. All he in the news for is ending the Target boycott. You got bombs that's about to start dropping. You understand? And all he worried about is Target. That's right. Black leaders, man. They're the ones who failed in us. You understand? We're gonna get this in the scripture, man. If I could, let me get Psalms 83, brother, Joe.
Come.
We're gonna start there.
My favorite.
Let's get Psalms 83 and 3.
Come. My favorite. My slide, sir, is my favorite right here.
Yeah. It's like the Lord is exposing these leaders right now. Like if you're in the Christian church and your pastor is not telling you what's happening in the earth and why it's happening, you gotta really start thinking, man. Like, yeah, I understand that, you hear us talk progressive and you may not agree with the things we teach, but the one thing I know for certain is you know that your pastor is wrong.
Right.
You know that Muslim imam is wrong. You see what I'm saying? You right now you trying to rationalize. When I say you, this is for all of our people that's still stuck in those cults. They the real cults. Christianity and Islam.
Come.
You done seen time and time, and you've seen it happen. Well, you know that these are not men of the Lord, man. You know that they're not men of the Lord. So at the end of the day, what are we doing?
Right.
You got that?
Come, sir.
What?
Psalms chapter 83, verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that have lifted up the head. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They say they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. This is the Lord speaking, saying, like, these other nations, man, they have taken crafty counsel against us. What does that mean? When they taken crafty counsel, that means that they came to a room, sat at the big table. You see what I'm saying? And they talked about the things that they want to do against our people, against blacks, Hispanics, and Indians.
Pull that video up.
You know what I'm saying? Like they've sat and discussed the plans, 10 and 15 years out. And guess who was in those meetings? Guess who was in those meetings, man?
Gone,
That was
gone,
so-called black leaders, man.
gone,
Black politicians, black imams, black Christian pastors. They sitting in those meetings and they knowing what's about to come down the pike and what's going to happen to our people. You feel me?
Right.
But yet and still, they never warn the people. They never sit and tell us what's going on, why it's going on, and what did God want us to do in these times. You understand?
Right.
We're going to bring this out in the churches, man. Any more on that?
Come.
Good.
And consulted against thy hidden
And
ones.
they're consulted against thy hidden ones. Who's the hidden ones, man? The hidden ones are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Because guess what? That's not our real identity.
Right.
We are Israelites according to the Bible. You understand?
Right.
We are the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Issachar, the tribe of Manasseh, the tribe of Benjamin. You understand? We are the Lord's chosen people, man. We are the hidden ones. Our identity was taken from us.
Right.
Our language was taken from us. You understand? We are the hidden ones. We the only ones on the face of the earth that don't know who we are, man.
Right.
Not only do we not know who we are, we don't know where we come from. We don't know our history. We don't know our culture. And most important, we don't know our power, man.
Right.
We are the hidden ones. But guess what? They know who we are.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? These black Christian pastors that's going to these meetings and they hearing what they got in store for us. You understand? They're not one of the people. They're not telling them, hey, listen, this is what we got to be doing. All they want to do is they want to create weed farms for us to farm.
Right.
They want to go to Atlanta and create weed farms for black men to farm weed all day. You see what I'm saying? And then they are in a Target boycott so we can go spend our money with them again.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, with all that's going on, that's all you got to say. After all these years, after all that money, after all that prophesying and stuff like that, that's all you got to say to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You have permission to go to Target again. You see what I'm saying? Drop that. Let me get. Oh, you got something?
Like, son, what you bringing out is heavy. Remember when Drewski did that skit?
Come.
And all the black preachers all across the United States had something to say about Drewski in this skit.
Right.
America done bombed Iran about almost a month ago.
Come.
I ain't seen not one video.
You don't see nothing. You see what I'm saying? But you know they say it hit the house.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Drewski did that skit and it hit too close to home.
Gun.
You see what I'm saying? Like, the crazy part about the Drewski skit is he got all his material from real life pastors.
Right.
Down to the outfits.
Gun.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't nothing fictitious about that. You know, but here's the thing. When Drewski did the skit against Israelites, you see what I'm saying? You ain't hear that kind of backlash.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But when he tell the truth about those Christian pastors, or the Muslim, or the imams in that Muslim mosque, that's people get real sensitive, man.
Gun.
Here it is. We got so much going on in the earth right now. And the only thing we can talk about is talk.
Right.
It's the only time you hear Christian pastors talk about it and making more money. That is ridiculous. Good.
Like, so I didn't even know we were still boycotting Target or anything.
That's
I was-
I ain't gonna say it don't matter, but come on now.
like,
You mean to tell me that bombs dropping around us? You mean to tell me that's your topic of discussion?
right.
Like, if you go into Commander General Hunter page, that's every night. That's what you're talking.
Gun.
You breaking down what's going on the earth. You understand? You breaking down what we need to be doing
Right.
to prepare what's coming here. You see what I'm saying? If we're not doing that, what are we doing, man?
Right.
Let me get Ezekiel 3:17.
Gun. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Like, as leaders, we're supposed to be watchmen over blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
You understand? Like, what does a watchman do? What's the role? What's the job of a watchman?
It's like it says stand watch. Like you make sure everything's secure and safe.
Yeah. Like, when you see danger come, you warn the people.
Gun.
You see what I'm saying? You tell the people, hey, prepare.
Right.
We got this coming. You feel me? So this is how we're gonna move. That's what a watchman does. A watchman don't wait A watchman don't wait till somebody get in his house and then want to start barking orders. You got to see that danger coming for
Right.
This is what the Lord is saying. Read that again.
Come on. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
My mouth and give them warning from me. The Most High is saying, listen, I'm putting my words in the mouth of this watchman. I'm saying, hear my words. He's telling the watchman, therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning. Most High is telling his watchmen, his leaders, warn my people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? There is no situation where the Most High is telling his priests and prophets, you understand, his leaders, hey, just go out there and collect the money.
Right.
You understand? Just go out there and tell them boycott, and then unboycott them.
Come on.
Grow a weed farm. You see what I'm saying? Go ask for G7. He ain't telling what he's telling his priests and prophets to do and his leaders is give them warning. Give my people warning.
Right.
Let them know what's great happened, man. So they can prepare themselves. And show them how to prepare themselves.
Come.
Good.
Salaya, and why this is so heavy, right? And as you was in Psalms 83, because Psalms 83 lets you know you at war.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're at constant war. And then when you come here with the watchman, it's like, if it wasn't for the truth, I never even would have heard Psalms 83.
Yeah.
Right? So us and the truth, we always on watch because we know, like, yo, these are enemies, bro. Right. No matter what they try to give us or what they try to say, they are enemies for real. And like that's why the Christian church is so docile and so destructive to our people, because they don't even teach us like they are enemies.
Right.
They would teach us to love them. And you know what I'm saying? We can't stand that's like you stand in God and you know who your opposition is. Right. But the Christian church, they stand in God thinking the opposition is people that can just come in there.
Or they looking at or the Christian church had you looking at your brother as your opposition.
That part, right.
You see what I'm saying? The Christian church is okay with you forgiving everybody for every crime.
Come.
But they want to hold you accountable, and they will not let it go. An offense against a brother.
Come.
You see what I'm saying? They can't do it. That's how you know it's a vessel of white supremacy.
Right.
You understand? The Christian church and the Muslim laws. Because guess what? Both of those religions teach you to hate your brother, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The Christians teach you to hate your brother, and look down on your brothers and your sisters. You understand?
Come.
The Muslim also hate you about the, that's a very violent religion. Right. You see what I'm saying? When they don't get their way, they have to resort to violence. You see what I'm saying? That's not what the Lord said, man. That's not what the Lord wanted for his people, man. That's definitely not what the Lord wanted from the leadership that he put in charge of his people, man. So if you're in that Christian church, you're in that Muslim mosque, being real, you got to ask yourself, is this the leadership that the Most High power has set up for us as a people, man? Right. You understand? And what you're going to come to the conclusion of is, what's the first thing somebody gonna say? If you in those religions, you don't look at your Black, Hispanic, and Native American brothers as your brother, right? You look at the people of your religion as your brother.
Yeah.
You understand? That Christian looks at a white Christian, at a so-called white Christian, and he gives him more respect as a brother than he would do somebody that looks like him. Because they're both Christian. That Black Muslim will befriend that Arab quicker than he will befriend his own brother that grew up next door to him, just because of that religion, man. You understand? Where the Lord is like, no, that Black man is your brother.
Right.
That Hispanic man is your brother. That Native American man is your brother. Not them of that religion. You understand? That's what we got to understand. Keep going, Brother Sean.
Come. Verse 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Listen,
if you a leader of Black people, The truth, like the Most High is saying, when I say to the wicked that you are going to die, you are going to die.
Right.
But guess what? If you don't go out there and warn them of what they're doing wrong, their blood is going to be on your hands.
Right.
You understand? Like that's what a watchman, that's what a leader does. The watchman leads and directs the people. You understand? So if you see somebody doing something that's going to cause them some kind of pain, some kind of, in this case, being unalive by the Most High, when you see those things, you're supposed to go out as the black leader. And you're supposed to warn the Most High people what we're doing wrong. You understand? How we should change it and what we should be doing the right way. If you don't do that, guess what? The Lord is saying their blood, when they're unalive, their blood is going to be on your hands. You understand? So when you look at that Christian church and you look at that Muslim mosque, you understand? They're not warning God's people.
Right.
They're not telling the Most High's people what we're doing wrong. They're not telling the Most High's people what we should be doing right, how we should be changing our life. And guess what? When brothers and sisters die because they don't have the understanding of the Most High, it's on them Christian pastors that did not warn them, man.
Right.
Like, and that's heavy. You know, like, you Christian pastors, listen, y'all sitting there and thinking you comfortable. Because you got a doomsday bunker like the so-called white man. You think that you're comfortable. I'm telling you now, Most High's gonna come. And guess what? He's coming for the ones who deceive his people, you feel me? He's coming for the false prophets who did not warn his people, man.
Right.
People.
Come. Verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul.
Yeah, so the Lord is saying, listen, if you go out here and you warn my people, and yet and still they do what they want to do, that's not on you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's on them. Because you did your job. You warned them.
Right.
But the problem is, who's warning Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of the impending doom, of the impending wars that's coming? And you understand? Who's telling Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans why these things must happen for our sake? Outside of the UPK, man, there's no one.
Right.
There is no one breaking down what's going on in this earth as it pertains to these bombs being dropped, as it pertains to the war and rumors of war. There's nobody on the face of earth teaching what's really going on, man. And you know why? Because they're not really the black leaders that you should be following.
Right.
And man, like, you gotta realize when it comes to black leadership, man, we should be, before things hit our doorstep, we should have heard about it months, even years in advance. We should have had time to prepare for what's coming. You understand? If our black leaders were doing what they were supposed to do, but a lot of times they don't. Like if you look at our communities, man. If you look at our communities are ravaged.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We don't hold no money in our community. Yeah, all these other nations, they got businesses in our community, destroying us at will, feeding us anything. You see what I'm saying? Do you think that if we had good watchmen, that would be the case?
Nah.
No watchmen knew that they were coming into the community. They made a deal for them to come into the community.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And the end result of it is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're being destroyed.
Right.
We're being disenfranchised. You understand? Like, this is the problem. This is the problem that we have when we have poor leadership, man. Like, the black Christian pastor, the black imam, and I gotta specify black because here's the thing. Christianity is the so-called white man's religion. That's why his God is Caesar Borgia, with long, stringy blonde hair and blue eyes. Christianity is the so-called white man's religion. If you look at Islam, that is the so-called Arab, that's his religion.
Right.
That's why his God is Allah. He is a God that resembles him.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we serving that wood and stone, man.
Right.
Instead of serving our real power. Keep going.
Come. It's like it. Come. Verse 20. Again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he have done shall not be remembered, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
This is how important it is for the Most High leaders, his watch, his priests and prophets. This is how important it is for us to truly warn God's people, man. Because guess what? When we don't warn and something happens to the people, it falls on the leadership, man. A lot of times, when you got poor leadership, they put everything on the people. Here in the UPK, if something don't work, the one who has the rank or the authority, that's the one to get chastised.
Come.
You see what I'm saying? And we reading this in the scripture.
Come.
Go ahead.
Oh, so like I was just gonna ask the question. Yeah, I was asking. This the righteous man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if he don't give the warning, he gonna die. Or better yet, it says like when he if he turn like he get out the truth and they commit iniquity. You know what I'm saying? That's what the scripture is.
It said when he turned from his righteousness and commit iniquity. You feel me? You say a brother got the truth and he do something to sin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You still got to show him his ways.
Come.
You still got to show him you're wrong in this area. Get back on track. You see what I'm saying? What you doing is wrong. How you moving is crazy.
Come.
You see what I'm saying? You supposed to tell that person that. You see what I'm saying? Don't just let him just do what he want to do. And like, yo, he know the truth. He all right. Nah. When you see somebody, whether they're in the truth or not, you supposed to warn them, man. Yeah, you say you see a brother and he wants to have the truth, and for some reason, next thing you know, he got a broad that he dealing with, but she got a man or something like that, or he started eating something. Supposed to say something, man. You better change that, man. You know the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord.
Come.
Back on track.
So what's the difference? When you teaching somebody the truth for real, and like it's pointless to keep bringing it up to them because they just gonna do like they'll be in a conversation or whatever, but it's like this nigga gonna do what he gonna do.
Well, here's the thing, man. We just read that. So the thing is when you teach, when you warn a person, if they say, listen, I heard what you said, I'm still gonna do what I'm gonna do. When the Lord deals with them, it's on them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Here, if you don't say nothing to them, it's on you.
So it's like man, you've been like your family members, right? Like you've been bringing them to truth for like, and it's like, yo, they not going. It's like Christ said, he whoever is going to hit, they just not going.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like a lot of our people, it's a lot of our people. Like, and that's why we pray that the Lord wake our people up.
Come.
You see what I'm saying? Like through the videos, through the street speakers. You see what I'm saying? Like we are warning our people. Like the point of this class is to warn our people.
Come. So you basically saying like, don't never get this point to the point where you like, man, I don't even talk it with yo, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you got a feeling like, yo, but I don't even bring this up around yo, because he ain't gonna care about, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I would
say if you've had a conversation with a brother or a sister and you told them like, listen, what you doing is wrong. This is a sin. You see what I'm saying? You sinning against the Lord now. Y'all had that conversation and brother clearly say he gonna do what he gonna do. You feel me? At that point, what can you do?
Come.
At that point, what can you do? You feel me? When the Lord has to deal with him, that's on him.
Right.
You just got to do your job and warn him. You see what I'm saying? Do your job and teach. Your job to come to camp and you teach on that stage.
Come.
You see what I'm saying? That's what we have to do to warn our people. Like when we go to camp and when we teach these classes, this is like blowing a trumpet.
Right.
This is like blowing a trumpet to the masses. Like, listen, you better wake up. The Lord is moving right now. And this is how we got to get right. There's a lot of people that's going to hear this and be like, man, they crazy. I ain't trying to hear that. You see what I'm saying? That person heard. You see what I'm saying? So when you reject the knowledge of it, and the Lord deal with you, that's on you. However, if we don't do our part, let's say we don't teach no classes, we don't go to camp, and we sit in it like the Christian church. They'll sit in the church building all day and feel righteous amongst themselves.
Right.
We go out on the street, go into the highways and byways, so everybody knows. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're supposed to do, is preach the prophet of the Lord.
Right.
That's how we warn our people. That's how we teach our people. Because not only do we warn our people of what they're doing wrong, we actually give them the solution to fix that problem.
Right.
So we replace them. We give them something as we teach them. You can't do this. A lot of times what you'll see is somebody say you can't do this, but you don't give them the answer. You don't give them the steps that they need to take to get right. In the UPK, if we cut you, we're gonna stitch you up, clean you up and stitch you up. You understand? And that's what no organization can do, because the Lord is not with it. You feel me? So that's what we're reading about right now. When that righteous man, when he turned to the Lord, he said, man, tell him his iniquity.
Right.
Tell him where he's going wrong, you feel me? That way he get, maybe he'll listen and he'll get back on and he'll start coming back and things that way. You've had a lot of brothers who may have left the truth free. You see what I'm saying? But brothers kept talking to him. Brothers kept reaching out to him. You see what I'm saying? And eventually they worked their way back.
Gone.
That's what we're supposed to do. We ain't supposed to say just because the brother, like, that's what the fake Israelite parents do. Well, he ain't with us, man, after.
Right.
Now, we know how Satan works. Fight for your brother.
Gone.
You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 21. Nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man that the righteous sin not, and he doth not sin, he shall surely live, because he is warned. Also thou hast delivered thy soul.
You talk to that brother, you feel me? You talk to that brother and he got right. He said, you know what, you actually right. I shouldn't be talking short, you feel me? I shouldn't be eating this. You see what I'm saying? Let me get back to where I need to be at, you feel me? It's a you understand?
I think that's it.
Oh, I can check.
Let's say sorry.
Any more of that?
Nah, sir. You got comment.
Say again.
You got comment.
What's the comment?
Oh no, it wasn't. It was just somebody checking, man.
No, you check it.
We got Sister Rawa in the chat. Princess Takaya in the chat.
Everybody that's in the chat right now.
Inez is in the chat. Brother Ramak is in the chat. Officer Ramak. Andrew Dean is in the chat.
If I put a drop there, let me get Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 1.
Ezekiel chapter 33.
Yeah.
Come. Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, yeah. Sit down. You, come in. Why y'all rushing here? Sit down. Give me a tablet. Why is y'all rushing here? Go sit right there. Go sit right there. Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, I'll wait. Sit down. In your head. I'll be your head. Read it again. Come on. Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 2, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, verse 3, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people. Come. Verse 4, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not a warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his head.
Most High is saying, listen, when you said a watchman, you said a watchman, you understand that? And I come to bring the sword through the land. That watchman should be blowing the trumpet.
Right.
That watchman should be warning everybody. Listen, this is what we need to be doing right now. This is we need to take cover here. We need to do this X, Y, and Z. A good example of that is what? A good example of what we're talking about is what? What are we about to keep?
Passover.
We're about to keep Passover, right?
Come.
And you think about Passover in itself. What was told to the people? What did the people have to do?
Right.
Sure.
Take the blood of the lamb, put it on the doors.
You had to sacrifice an unblemished lamb. And you had to take the blood, of that lamb and put it on the sides of your door and on the top of your door. You understand? That was them directions that were given.
I know.
That was the watchman. That was the priest and prophet of the Lord. That was warning God's people.
All right.
That this is what you have to do. And if they wouldn't have done that, what would have happened?
They firstborn would have died.
The firstborn male of every house that did not have that would have been unalive. You understand? This is what we read in the scriptures, man. When the Lord say he coming through, man, like as priests and prophets, you gotta warn the people, man. As leaders of people, you gotta warn the people. Tell them what they should be doing. Tell them what they should not be doing. You understand? Because if you don't warn them, guess what? The Lord comes through and touch them. Now the Lord gonna hold you accountable because you didn't do your job.
Right.
You understand? But if you want to lead a people, like that's the problem with these Christian pastors and these Muslim leaders. They call themselves black leaders, but they've been eating so good for so long, they don't give a damn about warning the people at this point.
Right.
And they want to let them burn. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna do what they want to do anyway. That's the attitude that they have towards the Lord's people, man.
Right.
But what they fail to realize is when they out there teaching that the law is done away with, you ain't gotta keep no law, statutes, or commandments. All you're doing is you putting the blood on the people, the blood of the people, you're putting it on your own hands.
Right.
That's what these so-called black leaders are doing. Unbeknownst. You see what I'm saying? Like they don't even know what they're doing. Come on, keep going.
Come. Verse 5. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
Yeah, so you heard that warning. The people heard that warning and they made the changes. You understand? It's but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. You understand? But what happens to the person that don't take warning? That person, their blood is on their hand, but that priest and prophet did his job, man. That leader did his job by warning, you understand, and giving people a chance to prepare for what the Lord had in store, man. These are the times that we're in right now. I don't know if a lot of people understand the severity of what's going on. I don't know if people understand the severity of World War III and what it really means.
Right.
The people here, You understand? Like, we so used to seeing on TV and seeing on social media, we're so used to seeing bombs dropped over in the Middle East. We see bombs being dropped in Iran, over in Israel. We see all those things. We ain't used to bombs being dropped here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, supermarkets being blown up, electrical grids being blown up, oil reserves, the oil wells being blown up. We ain't used to seeing that here. What happens when it happens here? What happens? Then all of a sudden, do we scatter then? Do we try to figure it out then when all the stuff happens? Or do that warn us? Or do that leader say, you know what? This is coming. So we got to prepare for it now.
Come.
And saying, you Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, and you listen to this class, man, fill your cars up with gas, man. Fill your cars up with gas. You understand? Like, you don't know if gas gonna be $7 to $8 by in a week or two. You see what I'm saying? Those things are realistic things that's happening right now.
Come.
I don't know if you remember, but I was like, it was maybe 10 years ago, maybe. They had a shortage of oil, and people had to line up. I mean, it was blocks long. People getting gas. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, you wait in line for 2 or 3 hours, and then you get up to and it's your time to turn at the pump, and they ran out of gas. And now you got to try to hustle to another gas station that got another line 2 or 3 blocks long. People become homicidal.
Come.
People start thinking about taking life when you see people moving like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need things that you can't even get the things that you think you need. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what America does. America spoils us. You understand? They give us things to keep us coming back. You see what I'm saying? So when they start taking it away, now brothers and sisters, we're going to war with each other.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? A leader prepares for that.
Go
ahead.
So like that's like the when Christ said basically like if a watchman knew and somebody was gonna break in his house, he'd be prepared for real. Right. He knew someone was coming in at this point in time. Like, yo, you always gotta be on watch because you don't know when stuff about to happen. That's why it's so pivotal and important that brothers in the ISUPK, like man, General Yohana, like we out here letting you know, like, bro, it's about to pop off. Right. Get ready. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's exactly what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Like, a good watchman don't wait to the burglars in his house.
Right.
They start, making moves.
Right.
He's making moves prior to that burglar getting there. That way, if that burglar, a good watchman, I ain't saying you can stop somebody from coming to your house.
Right.
If you're paying attention and you don't watch, you know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, you can prevent those things from happening. You know?
Right.
You can take proper safety measures. What are the black leaders? What are the Christian pastors and the black imams? What are they doing and what are they teaching the people to do right now? I haven't heard nothing. I haven't heard nothing about what's going on. Like, here's the other thing that gets me. When it comes to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they got us so docile. When it comes to the so-called white man. You understand? They got us, you got to forgive your enemy, and you got to let bygones be bygones. You got to let things go. That's the black version of Christianity. Because when you see the white version of Christianity, that's what you see happening in Iran. They're dropping bombs.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When you don't do what they tell you to do, they will unalive you.
Right.
And they'll do it in the name of so-called white Jesus.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like Donald Trump actually feels like
right.
He feels like he's blessed by the Most High. Donald Trump, a man who has set his heart to destroy the Lord's people.
Right.
Feel like the Most High is with him. A man who's in and out of them Epstein files.
Right.
For damaging little children and doing Lord knows what with them. Still feels like the Lord is with him. That is the so-called white man's version of Christianity. where no matter what they do, the Lord is with them.
Right.
But when it comes to black people, we're a little more docile.
Right.
When it comes to the so-called white man, we got to forgive, we got to forget. Until he tells us that he need us to go and fight alongside with him, man. Then it's okay to go to war. You understand? Then it's okay for you to unalive somebody. Because the master has told us that, man. And again, I asked the question, where are our black leaders, man?
Right.
Why aren't they speaking out about this? You understand? You're gonna realize they can't speak out about it. They brought us over, man.
Right.
Okay, let me get Isaiah 3:12 up, sir.
Come. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
It say, as for my people, read it again.
Come. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and to destroy the way of thy paths.
It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors. The so-called white. When they speak of children in this matter, it's talking about the so-called white man. Because his mind is like a child. He don't get what he wants, you feel me? He's going to do something violent to get it. Just like a child that when they want a toy, they'll go and take something, knock another kid upside the head because they want this toy. We have people with that kind of mindset that's oppressing us, you understand?
Right.
Women rule over them. How many, as black, Spanish, Native Americans, we all see that happening every day.
Right.
Women ruling over their husband, you understand? And say, oh, my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err. They which lead thee cause us to err, man. This is talking about these Christian pastors, these black imams, these black politicians. They're the ones causing us to err, man.
Right.
They're the ones that teaching us that we got to be everything to everybody except each other.
Right.
You understand? They're the ones for us being in the condition that we're in. Because guess what? They the ones who sold us out. They the ones who was in the crafty council. They were the ones in them. You understand? They knew what was coming down the pipe, and yet they still didn't blow that trumpet.
Right.
They still didn't want to do. And then, above all of that, they tell us that we don't have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. The only power that can save us, our black leaders tell us, you ain't got to do these things, man. You ain't got to keep them laws. That's done away with. You feel me? This is the problem in our community, man.
Right.
As blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we got to hold people accountable that should be held accountable. And don't get mad at us for speaking the truth. Don't get mad at us for telling what the Lord requires and what the Lord, want us to do. Don't get mad at us.
Right.
We should be getting mad at these Christian imams, man.
Right.
Get mad. The Christian pastors and the Muslim imams. Get mad at them. Go ahead.
I don't kind of what you're saying is so heavy, especially when you come to the truth, right? And you realize, I remember when I was in the Christian church, pastor, right, was teaching our church. He used to be like, "Oh, he done went to so many schools, got so many degrees, Bible schools. He would like leave during while he preaching, whatever. He'd leave for like a couple of weeks to go back to Bible school, whatever.
Yeah.
Coming to the truth, you be like, yo, you should feel some type of way, like, yo, bro, you just been lying to me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, how you read this book, bro, and not tell me this stuff? Like I had anger built up, like, bro, like for real, because it's like, yo, whole time, and what's sad about that is a lot of our people are sitting behind, following behind so many people like that and not realizing, like, yo, bro, yo out here paid agent for real. He just don't ask, like, it's scary, you know what I'm saying? But that's why it's so pivotal that you gotta get out of the Christian church so you can see it.
Right.
And as long as you're in the Christian church, you ain't gonna see it.
And I don't Christian church that's what
Come.
like here in Baltimore, that Islam is humongous here. You see what I'm saying? It's neck and neck with Christianity.
So look, so my brother, he was a Muslim, right? So he took me to the Muslim mosque when I was young or whatever. And I'm thinking like, all right, I'm about to see what they really be talking about. This how I knew, yo, this can't be it.
Right.
The whole time they in there, yo, they reading out the Bible. Right, but bro, I like, hey, yo, bro, you ain't got your own book, yo. He like, yeah, we got our own book, but he tried to dispute the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, bro, this don't even make sense, bro. Sound like some hating, like you just making stuff up for real. And this when I was in the world, so it's like, the reason I feel like a lot of our people be caught up in these religions and stuff like that is because it allows you to do whatever you want to do.
That's the premise of it all.
Come.
Like, why is the gates
Right.
for destruction? You see what I'm saying? Like, you take any people and don't give them a moral compass, don't give them rules, don't give them laws. You don't know where you'll find them at. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be doing Lord knows what, wherever to whomever. You know what I'm saying? The Lord don't want us living like that.
Right.
The Lord don't want us living like that. The one where we want, eat what we want to eat. And like the Lord tells us what we can and can't eat. The Lord tells us what we can and can't. You see what I'm saying? The Lord tells us these things. These other nations don't have that. They don't have that buffer.
Right.
They do whatever the hell they want to do. You see what I'm saying? So when you see any evil tradition creep into the black community, it's because we're getting it from that person. Because it's really not our culture. You understand? So when blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans start doing things, you looking at it like, yo, that's not what the Lord said. We get it directly from our culture.
Right.
That's how it works. You understand? Brother, let me get Jeremiah 23:1.
That one come. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture. That one come. Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
It's a woe be unto the pastor. What does woe mean? What does woe mean in this context? Woe means destruction. The Lord say, destruction be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. You understand? These so-called pastors and black leaders, the Lord is saying, destruction be unto you for destroying and scattering my people. You understand? Right. Like, I don't know if black people truly understand how destroyed we are.
All right.
We look at it, we can see that. I can't even say finances. We got a lot of money. We got money. Look at the
Come.
billions upon billions of dollars. You understand? I can't say that. But it's like when we look at being destroyed, we look at it from a class status. Like, yo, I got money. I'm destroyed. I got a good job.
Come.
I got a nice car, so I ain't tripping. People like that don't even know that they're still destroyed because they don't have that moral compass that these laws, statutes, and commandments provide.
Right.
So even when you have that so-called nice job, even when you have that so-called nice car, and you have money and things of that nature, if you're not serving the Lord, you are destroyed.
Right.
You're actually considered dead.
Right.
You understand? And that's what we have to understand. We got to understand that it's more to life than getting fresh.
Right.
It's more to life than driving a new whip. You see what I'm saying? It's more to life than that, man. You understand? This is why we got to get into the UPK, man.
That's right.
That's why you got to come out to the Christian churches and Muslim mosques. Stop claiming that one of the biggest gangs, the Republicans and Democrats. Stop claiming that, man.
Right.
Come back and claim your identity as being an Israelite.
Right.
You know, people hear Israelite out, and it's like they turn their nose up.
Gone.
What you turning you know, what you making that face for? Do you not know what the Christian church and the Muslim laws do?
Right.
But you hear Israelite, and it's like you got a negative perception of it, you feel me?
Right.
And the reason for that is because this is how we've been taught.
All right.
This is how we've been taught, man. And we are scattered. We are scattered to the four corners of the globe, man. You understand? That's why the Lord say destruction, man. Destruction to these pastors that destroy my people and send them on their way. The Lord is not a fan of that. Are you want it?
No, sir.
Get verse 2.
Come. Verse 2. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord.
This is scary. Like this is one that Christian pastors they skip over. I can guarantee you that no Christian pastor has read this. Read that again. Read it slow for me.
Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 2. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel against the pastors,
against Jamal Bryant, against T.D. Jakes, you understand? Against Creflo Dollar, go ahead. Against Geno Jennings, go ahead.
That feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord.
You scattered my flock and driven them away. You understand? Like, this is what black leaders have done.
Right.
You sat in those meetings. You heard where they was going. You heard about the gentrification. You heard how they was going to have ICE run into communities and stuff like that, and you did nothing about it.
Right.
You understand? You have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them.
Right.
You understand? The Christian pastors, they ain't listen. When we there in the market, them black Christian pastors, they trying to come through there.
Right.
You know, they ain't trying to come through there. You know, they looking like that's the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
Down there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It said, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing. The Lord is saying what you're doing is evil.
Right.
You understand? You doing things in a way in which you think that you looking good for our oppressor. You know, for you to belittle another black man, another Hispanic. You know, you see it with slavery all the time. They talk about, we got to get the illegals out and all that nonsense. You feel me? We talking about illegals, so we should be talking about the Asians, right?
Right.
We should be talking about the East Indians.
Right.
That's why they all got talking points. They all speaking like their father the devil.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because the Hispanics, they're like number 7 when it comes to illegal immigration.
Right.
But they're the only ones that ICE agents attack.
They don't come.
That's for a reason. Lord finds what these black pastors are doing is evil, man. He says he's going to visit.
Got them gone.
Right.
I was whatever you bring about the immigrants, man. Listen, I'm so tired of these Hamites. You know what I'm saying? They come over here and swear blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people aren't the reason y'all can come over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got the nerve to say we lazy and whoop whoop. Bro, why you don't just go build up? Man, listen, I don't want. All I'm saying is what you're saying is real heavy. You know what I'm saying? And you can see it play out in society. And when you go to Psalms 83, like they all in on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's why they got these talking points.
Yeah. That's why they have these talking points, and that's why black leaders teach black people to be docile when it comes to our oppressor.
Come.
They teach us to be soft. They teach us to have reverence for someone who's oppressing us.
Right.
And then it make you look at yourself and say, what are you doing wrong that you're being treated?
Right.
Instead of looking at the oppressor and saying, you know what, you're the problem. You understand? But anyone
Nah, sir.
drop that and we get Isaiah 56:10.
Come. Isaiah chapter 56, verse 10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb doves. Isaiah chapter 56, verse 10. His watchmen are blind.
Say his watchmen are blind. What does that mean, man? Let me ask the young sister, Melanie, when they say the watchmen are blind, what does that mean? They can't see.
Right.
Like as simple as that is, I was know. You got a 7-year-old girl. Break it down. What the Lord is saying when He said the watchmen are blind.
Now I'm 5.
You're 5. Good. You got a 7-year-old breaking down what the Lord means when He says His watchmen are blind. They can't see, man.
Right.
Why can't they see that? That's the question. Why can't they see? Because they're blind. What makes them blind? It is. It's called greed.
Come.
It's called greed. You see what I'm saying? Then like our leaders are so they're brought and paid for.
Right.
They took deals with this oppressor and council leaders. You see what I'm saying? They've essentially sold black people off a river.
Right.
So when the danger comes around, this is I would say something out your mouth.
Right.
Now I wish you would. Like that's how they treat them. I wish you would open your mouth to say anything about what I'm about to do to your people.
Right.
You better sit back, watch me do it. Go back to your little home that I gave you before I take it from you.
Come.
And that's how they treat these Christian pastors. That's supposed to be watching for black people. They say you're watching the blind. Go ahead, read it.
Come. They are all ignorant.
They are all ignorant, man. Ignorant, but they don't have no understanding, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
They are all dumb doves.
They are all dumb doves when they can't walk.
Right.
The whole purpose of having a dove is to what? Warn you something.
Come.
Somebody coming in there and start barking. You got to understand. Mailman or some kind of delivery coming in, what they barking crazy.
Right.
That's their job. They'll let you know that something's approaching.
Right.
Get ready. They said that they're dumb doves, man. They can't even bark. So when danger's happening, they just looking at you. You looking at them, they looking at you, and here comes the intruder.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber.
That's what it is. Sleeping, lying down, and loving to slumber. You understand? Being very lackadaisical.
Right.
You know, not really putting effort into doing what they with the position that they had. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come. Verse 11. Yea, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. They are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, every one for his gain from his quarter.
It is. The Lord said that they are greedy doves. They are greedy doves. All they want to do is fill their belly.
Right.
All they want to do is what's good for them. You see what I'm saying? Which can never, and they can never have enough.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You know, they passed that collection plate around the first time should be good enough.
Right.
But then they're gonna send the building fund around. And then after that, they got a pleasure round.
Right.
Pleasure round. You see what I'm saying? And then they got a all expenses paid round. You go into the Christian church, right? They send that collection plate around about 4 or 5 times.
Come.
And they watching to see who's putting stuff in it.
Come.
You can't even do it. You can't do the old fake out and put your hand in the bucket and just nah. Mean as deacons there and they watching everything. Them deacons be mean as hell, boy. I'm telling you.
Like, that's heavy though, because the fake out, I used to do the fake out, right? And then like, we got pulled in the back. And they was like, you ain't put no money in there. He was like, I sat there and watched you. I'm like, man, I done gave already. How much you want from me? You know what I'm saying? But that's so heavy though, like you bring it out. Because my grandmother church, it was like seven offering. One session.
That's free. You see what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures are saying, they say they're greedy doves which can never have enough.
Right.
They're shepherds that cannot understand. Like the so-called black leaders, they don't even understand the magnitude of what's going on right now.
Right.
Because they've never been invested in what the Lord has, or invested in the Lord's people. They've only been invested in themselves.
Come.
What?
Like, and was really detriment to it. They believe them Jewish cats is the real Jews.
Right.
So everything America is doing for them, they sit back and be like, oh, we good because America, we protecting Israel.
And what you're saying is heavy because that's crazy.
Right.
It is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are the true Jews, the true Israelites of the Bible. Yet and still, you got these black leaders sending not only sending money over to help Israel, they taking it from our people.
Right.
And then you got our people. Like I still see the Jewish commercials come on TV. We talk about how poor they may be and with the needs that they may have.
Come
And what you don't realize is because they teach because they teach that's the Lord people, black people believe it.
Right.
And black people, even though we're broke, we will get a monthly subscription and send $50 to $60 a month over it.
Come.
And that same Jewish community is doing absolutely nothing for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
That's why I truly despise when a person come up and asks you, what do you think about the Israelis and the Israelis and the Palestinians?
Right.
Why are you asking me?
Right.
Have you ever asked a Jewish man what did he think about Bloods and Crips in the hood?
Right.
Have you ever asked a Jewish man what do you think? What you think about the PGF in Britain? You see what I'm saying? What's your opinion on that?
Right.
But yet still, because they don't expect them. They don't expect them to come in and fix things and happen.
Right.
But on the flip side, we're expected to give our soul to them.
Right.
That's the only reason they ask. Because they want to know, what are you doing to help them out?
Right.
What are you doing to help the Lord's people? That's the spirit of it. And you say nothing. I don't care nothing about it. Oh, so you don't care about the Lord.
Right.
When the whole time you are the Lord's people.
Right.
And that same pastor, once he found out that you were the Lord's people, instead of him taking that energy he had for the fake Jew and giving it to the real Jew, it made him hate the real Jew even more.
Even more.
How dare you call yourself something?
Right.
Like this is what we get with black leadership, man. It's disgusting. Keep going.
Come. Verse 12. Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink. And tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant.
Listen, we're gonna go back to the crib, we're gonna eat, and we're gonna drink. And guess what? Tomorrow we're gonna get even more.
All right.
This is black leaders right now, man. You know what black leaders do? You know what the Jamal Bryants and stuff, you know what they're probably doing right now? They're buying stuff.
Right.
They're trying to financially capitalize on what's going on in the earth. But what they fail to realize is what the Lord has planned for this earth, your stocks and your bonds mean absolutely nothing.
Right.
Your money means absolutely nothing. What matters is your morals.
Right.
What matters is, are you keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, and you doing what you want to do? You see what I'm saying? If I could, let me get a second entrance. Chapter 69, real quick, Joe.
Come. Said chapter 6.
Chapter 6, verse 9.
Come. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Read that one more time.
Come. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
This is what black leaders should be teaching black people right
Right.
now. Esau, the so-called white man, you understand, the progenitor of the white race, you understand, the forefather, the father of the so-called white man, you understand, Esau. They say for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. You understand? With blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, what we got to understand is this World War III that we're about to go in, this World War III is meant to bring an end to Esau's rule, and it's going to issue right in the rule of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Understand? Like we don't even know that the Lord is stirring these things up in the earth and allowing these things to happen because the Lord wants to give us the kingdom of heaven. The Lord wants to give us the kingdom of heaven, man. And it's all through the scriptures. It's all through the scriptures, man. The Lord wants to take the so-called white man out of power. He wants to get him out that seat. But that's why it's so important for blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. We got to come back to doing what he told us to do, man. Stop listening to that pastor. I don't care if he's your grandfather, he's lying to you. You see what I'm saying? You know, I understand that being a Muslim is one of the biggest gangs in the prison system, you feel me? But you gotta come out of that. You gotta come out of that, man. You gotta serve the Lord, man. Who you think gonna win? The Most High Power or Allah? You see what I'm saying? Who do you think is gonna be victorious? You know, if Allah was who he say he is, I'm quite sure them Iranians over there, I'm quite sure that they pray however many times they need to pray a day and do their salats and all that kind of stuff. I'm quite sure they do. I'm quite sure they're willing to do what they got to do to honor their religion. So if that's the case, why isn't Allah with them? You know, you got to think about these things. If black Hispanics, Native Americans, we got our own power, man. We got our own power who wants to give us power. He's sitting here telling us to listen, the end of Esau's reign means the beginning of yours. So that means when the so-called white man goes down, he will not be in charge no more. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans will be in charge. And guess what? Then we can build a fence. We can build perimeters and say who's going to come in and who can't come in. You see what I'm saying? Like, these black leaders, they are in for a rude awakening if they do not change their ways and change it quickly.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because the Lord is going to hold you accountable for the things you did or the things you did not do in his name.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The Lord is going to hold you accountable for them. The Lord is going to hold you accountable for telling that brother or that sister that they didn't have to follow God's law. The next thing you know, they get unalive, breaking God's law.
Right.
That blood is now in that pastor's hand, man. And that's what we got to realize. You got to come out of these. You got to come out of these fake religions, man. Let me give Matthew 5:19, brother. Sure.
Come. Matthew chapter 5, verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. Matthew chapter 5, verse 19. Whosoever that shall break one of these least commandments and teach men shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
Whosoever that shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven, man. Like, who teaches blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that they ain't got to keep the laws of God?
Right.
Black pastors, black Christian pastors, black Muslim imams teach you to follow a false God. Then they say, you know what, the law, statutes, commandments of the Father, man, they done away with it.
Right.
They're not even for us, man. They for the Jewish man. They ain't for us.
All right.
And here it is, we losing our lives, man. We're losing our lives behind the fact that we're not keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. The Lord say the man that teaches that and teaches others to do so. Read that again.
Come. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
He should be called least in the kingdom of heaven, man. Get Jamal Bryant, T.J. $12. They're going to be called least in the kingdom of heaven. Like, their brain is coming to an end as well. You feel me? You got to think about it. These Christian pastors they've been eating deliciously. They've been eating deliciously off of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Their run is coming to an end, man.
All right.
Like, them living a good life is coming to an end. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna be high up on a horse then.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The you enjoying it right now. You enjoying the fame and the riches and all those things that come with it. You're enjoying those things. You're not going to enjoy it then.
Right.
Because here's the thing. You taught the Lord's people that they did not have to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. The Lord said, if you teach my people that, you're going to be called least in the kingdom. Keep going.
Come. Verse 20. Oh, Salaga. Come. Salaga. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
It say, but whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. This here is talking about the identification.
Right.
And we are the only people. We are the only people on the face of the earth that's teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
How important they are and why we got to do it. You see what I'm saying? We're going to be the ones ruling and in charge in Lord's kingdom, man. Because this is what true leadership looks like. True leadership looks like blowing a trumpet when you see danger coming. You understand? That's what it looks like. Like I can't reiterate when you go into the when you go online and you see a Commander General Honor, you see General Hyman, you see these classes. If that's not blowing the trumpet to warn out people, I don't know what else is.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You don't see none of them fake Israelite groups having content where they teaching people what's going on these end times and what they got to do, man.
Right.
Again, that's because like the scripture say, the Lord calls them greedy doves, man. They cannot bark. They don't have a voice. They don't have a voice, man. And the reason they don't have a voice is because they done sold themselves to the highest bidder.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They done sold themselves to the highest bidder, and then they better shut their mouth on every topic. Here in the UPK, we ain't sold out, man.
Right.
Man, Junior Hunter didn't sell out. So we Black, Hispanic, and Native American, man, we got to realize, stop staying in situations and stop staying in places where you know people are not serving the Lord, man. These are not men of the Lord. Stop putting take your spirit out of that. Take your spirit out of that Christian church, man.
Right.
Take your spirit out of that Muslim mosque, man. And put your spirit where it belongs, and that's with your people.
Right.
Come back to keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. Come back to serving our power, man. This is the only way that we're going to grow as a people. This is the only way we're going to give the Most High something to come back to. You understand? What's the point of the Most High sending our king? What's the point of him sending our king if we're not doing what he told us to do still? At some point, we got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. So that therefore our king comes back to redeem us, man. And that's what you're saying right now. Brothers and sisters are waking up. Brothers and sisters are waking up. I'm gonna tell you like this. It can come and it comes swiftly. You see what I'm saying? Stop thinking that you got time. Like, stop thinking that you got time to get right. You see what I'm saying? Get right today. You got a lot of brothers who won't come into the truth, man. I got to do this. I got to stop doing this. I got to be a second place. Listen, when it comes, when our king comes, then brothers gonna be wanting to, man, I should have did this, man. I should have did this. I could have did this. I could have did that.
Right.
Then all the things that stop you from coming to the truth, when that comes into your mindset, and it comes to the forefront of your mind, and you realize, man, I messed that bag up.
Right.
I messed that bag up. You feel me? That's what's gonna happen, man. That Christian pastor, that Muslim imam, they're gonna have to pay for the things that they're doing to the Lord's people, man. For mistreating, you understand? For scattering, for destroying and leading our people into errors, man. They're gonna have to pay for that. If you Black, Hispanic, and Native American, man, take this trumpet, take these classes, man, take these street speakers, man. Don't just throw them to the wayside. Embrace it. You understand? Embrace it. You understand? Take your spirit out of whatever false religion you're in, man, and bring it into this school, man. You understand? Become a new person. Learn how to serve the Lord while you still can. You understand? Like, these Black leaders, not only they're failing our people, they're destroying themselves in the process. You feel me?
Right.
You don't want to be a part of that shit when it starts to sink. It's starting to sink. You see what I'm saying? So with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta realize these black leaders, when I say black leaders, I'm talking about the politicians, the Christian pastors, the Muslim imams. They are failing our people, man. Stop giving them passes. The same way y'all challenge, the same way people challenge us on what we believe and what we teach. Challenge that Christian pastor, man. Challenge that Muslim imam. And what you're going to see is the things that they're telling you is not the truth. Put your spirit on, man. Come back to where you belong, man, and serve your power. And with that, we're the Israelite School of University Practical Knowledge, coming straight out of 1 West 126th Street, Harlem, New York. We're under Command and General Yohana. If it's not under Command and General Yohana, it is not the truth. We will bring this out since 1969. That Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Jews of the Bible. And our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. You know what I'm saying? At this time, we're going to call the office now for reading and security. Now. Come on.
So the security announcement. We at ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command of General Yohana. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they have to be saluted. Let me select you. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They have to be saluted only. They are here to shut themselves with the word. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10 in Hebrew is pronounced Mayashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give up and coming Holy Convocation is the 57th annual Passover on April 4th. Make sure you pay your Passover fees in Houston. And then shortly after that, we're gonna be having the feast of unleavened bread, which is April 5th. You know what I'm saying? So make sure. Remind Akim and Akim to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, or scarves. And with that, in the Israel, we're gonna get one courtesy salute to the teacher. In the Israel, Majid Tabak, Majid Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barak.
That's the top. So we the time. In the Israel, we're gonna get one courtesy salute to the sisters. In the Israel, Majid Shabbat, Majid Barak.
Yahweh Shema Ladan Hashem Yahushua.
That's the top. Bless this man.
The ISUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.